Hold on, hold on, hold on.
2 hours later.
All right. I can't. It's the same thing. All right.
I just wanna feel love. I just wanna see life. I just wanna give more. I just wanna be live.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Just Raised, and first edition of the newly revamped Behind the Soul. I have a very, 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 very special guest with your boy today. We have the graphic artist, we have the phenomenal Christian hip hop artist, and lead singer of Amarionette. We got Q in the building, and we're gonna get to some musical dialogue. And we're gonna step behind the soul. How you doing, Q?
I'm dandy, bro.
Wow.
How you doing?
Wow.
I
Didn't
know.
expect you to say dandy. Didn't
That's like my normal. That's like my normal reaction to when people ask me that. So I don't get we talk to each other all the time. So I don't usually have to say.
I know.
So I'm just like, I'm dandy.
The amount of times I've heard dandy as an adult from an adult it's probably been less than 5.
Man, I only say it because it's off. It takes people out of that, because I always have this I don't intentionally try to have this. It's just the way my life works out. I'm a very dreary emo person sometimes, so I try to offset it. I try to offset it with comedy and friendliness. So that's my first I'm doing dandy, and it just kind of throws people off, and they're like,
I love it because I love words.
oh my goodness.
So the dandy is just not a word I'm used to hearing. So that just was funny to me. But
especially out of me.
That part.
Especially out of me.
Especially out of you.
Q-Flow doesn't want to believe that I'm the Batman of the group, but I am the Batman of the group. Whenever y'all call me, I'm all like, oh, okay, let's work. But I'm barely there. I talk, but I'm barely there. I just do my own thing.
Nah, for sure. For sure.
Love TLS. Love TLS.
So for those who don't know, me and Q obviously have a great rapport. But we've known each other for what? Going on 5 years?
5 years almost, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Time flies.
When I started taking it, dude, when I started taking CHH seriously and got really put it on my heart to start releasing music like that, and we both met, I think, in Critique Friday.
I don't know if,
I think I met you in the chat.
Yeah, you met me in the chat. We were both in Critique Friday. Oh, not Critique Friday. We surprisingly, because I didn't even remember this, but we were both in. We started in Rusan's Patreon.
That's where it was.
Doing the fan love review joints.
Yeah, that's where it was.
And
that's
then
where
that
it was.
moved over to Critique Fridays eventually. And then in TLS chat is where we really started chopping it up and having a good old grand time. Making music.
I miss that.
And talking about comics and all different types of stuff. Which led to Those Indie Geeks. So
Those Indie Geeks. Shout out Prodigal. Prodigal was the one who made that happen. He literally put the call for that happening. So.
For sure. Shout out to Prodigal. Shout out to us for making it almost a year now of doing Those Indie Geeks. But I want to get into Q's backstory when it comes to music. Because before you started tapping into CHH, you had your own band. A couple of them apparently. So let's talk about that. What was childlike Q like when it came to music, and what put the bug in Q for music?
So music has always been a part of me and a part of my family. Both my mom and my dad were musicians and singers, and did a lot of work with. My dad did a lot of musician work. He played the bass and everything for some acts, and my mom was
and what genre?
Singer. What's up?
And what genre?
like jazz, funk, all that stuff back in the day. So like, and probably a little bit of rock. I think he said he did, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I never really asked him about that. I should ask him about that because he has like a particular interest in like Amarionette and what I do. But like, it's just funny because it just ran in the blood. So my mom used to like do big shows on the Strip and stuff like that, and was a singer-songwriter, and that's, I believe, where I just got it from. So it was just kind of like inherited to a certain degree, but that's where my love for it came from. I found whenever I heard music, it was just like like such an experience. Like, even though I was like very, very sheltered and I was only able to listen to like a couple of things when I was younger, like there's this radio station called SOS, which is the equivalent to like K-Love for Christians. Like it's the equivalent to that, like here in Vegas. And like all I could listen to was that. So all I heard was like contemporary Christian music and like gospel all the time. But then my mom's would like break away and she would be listening to like old school records like Motown and, you know, she was into Michael Jackson, and I remember watching his concerts when I was like younger and watching like Prince and just like all this other stuff. And then I caught like a glimpse of like MTV back then, so like it was like the grunge bands like Nirvana and like Pearl Jam and all this stuff was like made my makeup, I guess, for what I like with music now. Which even now it's still growing and it's still a little bit different. I like chiller genres now, like a little bit more indie, a little bit more soul. I'm not as like, when I was a teenager, I was on a quest to find like the hardest, most aggressive music. So that's when I got into like metal and stuff, bro. Like I was just like, yes, I love this. Like I'm all like demons. No, I'm just playing. I'm kidding.
Yo, that sound just always felt like it hurt. So I just never really got into that because I was just like, that just sounds painful, brother. Like one, I don't know what you're saying, but then two, it just sounds like it hurt. So I'm a fan.
See, that's how I felt. I feel like if we as black people kind of look at that differently, because I know a lot of black people have that same thing, but like if we as black people look at it as, you know how some people can't really understand what rappers are saying sometimes? If we kind of parallel that, it's the same thing, because the more you listen to it, the more you understand what they're saying.
That makes sense.
So it's like you'll hear like actual words, but it's like when some people that aren't used to listening to rap or spoken word or whatever can't really catch all the words, or it's irritating to them.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's just different because it hits our ears different because it's a lot more grating. Yeah. It's like, yeah. But when I was a kid, because by that time I was like watching Toonami and everything was extreme, and it was the late 90s, early 2000s. We were like extreme everything. So I was like, Linkin Park, like.
No, for sure.
You say to me.
But it's funny that you said what you said when you were talking about your story with your mom, because it's like, it's funny how like growing up in like Christian households and stuff like that, where you weren't allowed to listen to certain stuff, but when Michael Jackson and Prince came on, it was like, oh no, we gonna listen to Michael Jackson and Prince.
Seriously,
and
I was like,
no other second artist. We gonna listen to Michael Jackson and Prince.
I was so confused. That's why I didn't get into rap until like preteen, early teenager. Like I didn't get into rap until late because like my mom had like she was just like, nah. Like she wasn't really like she wasn't like a rap listener, but she wasn't like denouncing it or anything. She just didn't really listen to it. Right. But my uncle did. So I heard like Too Short and Snoop and Biggie and Fox and
you're on the West Coast, so
riding with my uncle, I was just like, oh, okay. And I know Biggie isn't ours, but like he was just as much a, you know, staple. Like we love Biggie over here. I don't know what like.
Yeah, I would say Biggie definitely got love on the West Coast.
He does. Like I was just like, I don't see any difference. Like, but now I do. Like, obviously now I do.
Right.
But yeah, no. But yeah, that's what I was raised on. Like all that kind of a lot of different Bay Area stuff too.
Because Bay Area.
Yay area. That's why I have like a really small space in my heart. Like not small, but like a big place in my heart for. I have a big place in my heart for like the West Coast people like in CHH because I'm just like, dude, nobody ever liked this anywhere else. So it's really cool to see them.
And it's a very unique, specific sound too. Like it's real. Yeah. Like when you hear Bay Area type stuff, you know, oh, this, that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They'll take like the funniest noise and make it like a hit. They'll make it like a hit somehow.
That part. See a bunch of people sneezing.
Like I'm telling you right now, you put E40 on that joint, it'll go crazy.
For sure. To this day. To this day. Nah, for sure. So when did your infatuation or love for music generate into like outward expression for you? Is like, yo, I want to start a band. Like, when did that idea spark?
So like when I was 11, basically. Yeah. So me and my friend Gino and my friend Abe, the three of us started a band. I was 11. I think my friend Gino was 11. And I think Abe was 12 or 13. And we started our first band. Like I was about to be 12. So like we were all kind of like growing up. But like we started early. So
I was still singing in the choir at 12.
Bro, what happened was that we hung out at church all the time, and then we played on our church's worship team. So like by the time that we were like 12, 13, you know, getting up there to the teen years, like we were playing on the worship team. So we started a band together. We were already friends.
Yeah.
So we had started a band, and we were all just kind of musically inclined. Like Gino is like a really proficient guitarist and singer, songwriter and stuff. He still does that now. But like we just got together, started our first band, I think. Goody Two Shoes was what it was called.
Goody Two Shoes. I like that.
Well, we listened to a lot of punk. We listened to a lot of like Christian pop punk, and so when MXPX was like a Christian band,
never heard of them.
Yeah, I didn't think you knew. I just threw him out there. I was like, he's not gonna know this. He's not gonna know this. But
name sounds cool.
Yeah, because I'm gonna like caution. I'm gonna spout off a lot of names that you are not gonna know right now.
Oh, for sure.
So MXPX, and these are big Christian pop punk bands back in the day and ska bands back in the day. So big influences on us were MXPX, the OC Supertones, Five Iron Frenzy, which was like one of the first rock shows I've ever went to, was OC Supertones. OC Supertones. So they were from Orange County, and Five Iron Frenzy were like the two first rock shows that I ever went to. It was they were ska bands, and they went crazy. And Slick Shoes was a big one with us. And so what happened was, when I started getting into like the more, I guess, punk rock side, like the aggressive side of music, my friend Gino had given me, like, he had burned some CDs of older bands that we were listening to back then. There were a bunch of punk rock bands, post-hardcore bands and stuff. And I remember when I first heard post-hardcore officially for the first time, because I listened to like aggressive band, the ones that I could find. Because remember, my mom, you know, she was gospel, like,
right,
contemporary Christian. Like, you listen to this worship, you listen to this Crystal Lewis, you listen to this BB and CC.
BB and CC. Man, listen,
BBs and the
BBCC,
Winans?
man. First of all, didn't know they were siblings when I was a child. Thought they were
Didn't know they were
married.
siblings.
Thought they
I
were
thought they were
married.
married the whole time.
Then I remember, I think Pop Winans and Ma Winans came down here, and I think they had came with them, and they were doing a concert, and that's when I was their brother and sister. I was like, oh, never knew, never.
The
knew.
Winans have almost as many family members as the Waynes,
Whew,
which is
brother,
crazy. This is crazy, but.
And everybody's
But,
musically inclined. It's like, God, dog.
Everybody.
Not a whole family.
Even the newer generation.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna go off a tangent, but like even the newer kids, like the younger kids that are like our age, they're all like killing it. But so yes, I'm still kind of tapped in with like gospel and stuff like that. But like the aggressive side came from that because that was when I first really solidified the fact that this is definitely, because when we started our band, I wasn't sure that I wanted to do something like more aggressive yet.
Mm-hmm.
We were just playing rock music, you feel me? But there was a band that I grew up with named Spoken, and they're Christian. Like they were metal at one point, they were pop punk at one point. They went through all the gamut of intensity. And Matt, who to this day, stand-up dude, love the guy, and got to play with him later in my band. So it was like a full circle moment. But I listened to him like growing up in that band, and another band called Blindside, who were more aggressive. But I didn't hear any other bands like them until he gave me that CD. And when Gino gave me that CD, I started listening to all the world of like Warped Tour basically, and yeah, and that's what made me kind of go, I want to do this. And from that point, we had gotten a little bit more aggressive. Like we started calling ourselves Hung by Halos. Was like our first real venture into.
So from Goody Two Shoes to Hung by Halos.
Yep.
Same band? Same band?
Same band.
Okay.
Same band. So Goody Two Shoes to Hung by Halos, we just stopped playing ska and lighter rock. We started playing like harder stuff and screaming a little bit, trying to do our thing. We were trying because I couldn't really scream back then, so I was all like, and I was playing the drums. So I was playing the drums and singing.
So you were playing drums and lead singer?
Well, I wasn't the lead singer, in my opinion. Like, me and Gino kind of traded, because at first he was the lead singer. And we started trading off, because I started seeing, like, some of the bands that I listened to on that CD. One of them was called Atreyu. They have a singer that's a drummer.
Atreyu from Never Ending Story?
Yeah, that's where they get their name.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
And then this other band called Under Oath, and they had a singer for a drummer too. Well, they have a singer drummer too, and his name is Aaron. But like they
first of all, kudos to anybody who can sing and play the drums, because I would explode.
Hard.
Everything's explode, bro.
especially when it's like when it's heavier music, because you're sitting there trying to keep up. And you're just like,
first of all, the concentration they take is to be multi-rhythmal with like different limbs and sing on top of that and hit notes.
My head was killing myself. I was killing myself, bro. It was not easy, but like the more you do it, obviously it becomes easier. But then I ended up doing it more in worship, and I was like leading worship. I guess I was like one of the first worship leaders in my church, had probably the only one to lead worship from the drum set.
Wow.
So that was a whole nother era of time for me. But the more we played together, we played on the worship team together, the more we just became like a real band. And then from that point, we had been doing it like since we were like super young, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we graduated high school, it was when it kind of ended.
Mm-hmm.
Like we almost I think we were getting scouted by like Warner Brother Records or something. We had to play a show for it was weird. There was this band called Megan Dia, and we had went out to like Utah and played a show with them. And I don't remember if it was like they were scouting bands for that show or not, but I know that somebody was there. And so that almost happened, but then we broke up, and I ended up joining another band called So Logic. That was kind of like an experimental band that, you know, they kind of did the whole psychedelic thing, but we also had like elements of like hardcore, post-hardcore in there. And then my buddy Drew hit me up and was all like, this band is like giving like auditions, like they need a singer and you be singing. And I'm just all like, word. Well, because I had to get used to singing with like Soul Logic, because I had never stepped out from behind the kit and sung before. For like I did when I was a kid, but like it had been a long time since I like had to be like a frontman, frontman. So like my very first show with Soul Logic, I think like my knees were like buckling before I went on stage. I was like, oh no. I had the wobbly knees. I said, ah. And then the whole time I was facing the drummer instead of like the crowd. So
all they got was,
I was trying to. They got
Cuban backside and vocals.
Which wasn't much, because I don't have that much of a butt. So like, it was just skinny jeans.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, but then from there, my buddy hit me up about the band auditioning. It was called Oh Hello at the time, which is the name of a song from one of my favorite bands, Circus Survive. And that led into me being into Amarionette, because I renamed it Amarionette when we actually became a band. And then that started to do things. It's a whole lore thing. You can go to Black Punk to hear the story, but the fast forward version of it is basically that iteration kind of stopped. I was doing my own thing acoustically, and then the members of Amarionette that are in it now called me up and were like, do you still want to do this Amarionette thing? Like, we think it'd be cool. And I was like, okay, why not? And so, you know, I like prayed about it a little bit, and then I was just like, okay, why not? Let's get it. And here we are, almost 20, or no, it's not 20 years, right? Almost. We started in 2008 was when the first iteration started, and we're in 2026 now.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, I've been doing the Amarionette for a long time. So like, I was in a Amarionette. We were doing our thing from like 2011 to I believe 2017 was when I officially left. So I left one time before because of stupid stuff in the internet. But like, but then I came back and I was in it until like 2017. So yeah, and then I just came back to it like 7 or 8 years later.
So what caused the transition from? Of course, you walked away from Amarionette at this particular point. So we're talking about post 2017. What made you want to transition into like rap and Christian hip hop specifically?
So when I started listening to rap with my uncle on and off, I started finding Christian hip hop. Like, I found Christian hip hop on this radio station called the.
That early?
Yeah, it was called the radio station was called the Effect Radio, and sometimes on SOS they would do like a young people's
Youth
section.
night.
The youth, like, yeah, on like Friday, they would be all like, we're gonna play all the jams for the kids.
All the jams for the kids.
All the jams for the kiddos. You feel me? And like, and they would play like cross movement and like Lecrae and Pedity and like all these.
I ain't heard that man
Pedity.
that long.
Shout out Pedity, bro.
God.
Shout out Pedity, bro.
Jeez.
He was my mystical because I couldn't listen to mystical, so he was my mystical.
I feel
me?
that.
So like it was Pedity, it was Pigeon John, it was the first rap rock act I heard outside of Linkin Park was POD. So it was them that really kind of struck the bug in me to like attempt to rap, and PAX 217. And like, yeah, that it struck the bug in me to kind of like learn cadences and start, trying to rap. So I started getting okay at it, proficient, like, and by the time I was like 14, 15, and then it just kind of dead cold stopped, and that was me because like I got more into like the pop punk and post hardcore stuff, so I started learning more of it. So like as I learned more of it, I just developed, and I didn't stop completely rapping, but it wasn't nice. You know what I mean? So like fast forward about halfway through being in Amarionette is when I like started listening to Rapzilla radio with
Chris Chicago.
Yeah. I'm trying to be sensitive, but like, yeah, with my boy Chris, like, Chris, because he passed away, and so like, with my boy Chris, he that kind of introduced me when I started listening to Chris's show. That introduced me, like it parlayed me into like Track Stars, and it was when Track Stars was playing a bunch of music at the time, and so I started hearing the world of CHH, because before I just kind of got fragmented pieces from that radio station and then from SoundCloud,
right? And
on SoundCloud, that was when I discovered like What Up RG and Aha and all this. So this is progressive. Like obviously this is like later in my life, like later in my 20s and stuff like that. But like this all kind of compounded into me doing it at first. So I started as a CHH artist like 7 years ago when I was still in my band. Like, but I didn't take it seriously. Like, it was just kind of like, I'm going to throw these like freestyles up on SoundCloud and hopefully somebody listens to them. If they don't, it's cool. It's whatever. And I was concentrating more on Amarionette stuffs. But I was wilding too. I was doing a bunch of stuff that I probably shouldn't have been doing. So like, like as most people in their 20s and their early 30s do. Same thing. I can tell you about like 25. I was like, definitely should not have been leading worship.
I should have said that. I should have said that.
I should have said that. But like through that whole time, right? It was just fun. It was just like I'm trying to do this, and I wasn't trying to get like super good or anything. But like after that, like after I left, and I was married. And I'm separated, but like when I was up in Alaska, which is where I had to move with my family, I was up there and I didn't really have anything except for like Track Stars and Rapzilla Radio. And
that makes sense.
So, because I didn't have any, like I was out of the scene. So I was away from the scene, like the post-hardcore scene.
Yeah. And
I was away from like family and friends and stuff. So like my only like kind of getaway other than my family was like listening to that stuff. And so it just became a bigger part in my life, and I still didn't take it seriously, really, that much though, yet. And then, I don't know where the turning point really, I think the turning point was when Critique Friday started. Because that was around the time where I wrote like my first like listenable song, in my opinion.
Now, are you talking about OG Critique Fridays when they were trying out hosts and Michael was up there? Or are you talking about like once
I
OB
remember
came?
that. I remember that, but I'm talking about when OB came because like
shout out to Michael though.
I was all like, who's this massive human being? He looks like he's really tall. I was like, but you know, like now we've met all these dudes now, so it's just like.
Not gonna lie, I thought Michael was gonna be taller than what he was. He's not short, but he's not.
I thought so.
He's not as tall. I thought he was gonna be like Big Swiss height.
Still a tall dude. Yeah, me too. Which Big Swiss is insanely tall.
Yeah,
but,
Big Swiss is literally Big Swiss.
I was like, you were 7 feet tall. We're not even having this conversation. Oh, are you 6 foot or nah? You're 7 foot tall.
Nah,
you're 7 feet
you
tall.
are a giant.
So, so I remember seeing it, but I was always scared to share my stuff. Like I shared one freestyle that I did. It was the 2016. I remember verbatim. It was the 2016 freshman XSL list. One of the beat that Lil Uzi and them did their thing over. So I had done a freestyle over it, and I had sent it into Ruslan.
Ooh.
When Ruslan was doing his thing, and there was at a certain point I think I started singing in the freestyle, and Ruslan was like, "Man, you can rap. Don't sing though. Like, what are you doing?" I was like, my heart was like, but all I do is sing. He was all like, shut up.
Singing.
Shut up with all that. Singing? What are you doing, my guy? Your voice is weird.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
The thing that God put inside your voice, like your throat, that's not gonna fly here. So I was like, my soul. Because at that point I was listening to like so like I'm not like the type of person who's like, oh, clout, I know these people, but coincidentally me and John Keefe were at like the same summer camp.
Right.
Like when he came in, I believe I was just starting to be like a youth counselor, because we're about like I think 8 or 9 years apart. So like he started coming there, and we had talked about like music and stuff before, and he ended up doing like a 40 Deep remix with me for my SoundCloud days when I was like just putting out stuff on SoundCloud and it wasn't really that serious. But and we brought him out to play with my worship band, which was called The Impact, which is, people wonder what this Impact thing is on my wrist. We had a band that formed out of our worship team later in life, like called The Impact, and we had called him out because we knew he rapped, and we were like, you know, come on out, do your thing, John. And it was like right before he released, I think he released Lost Boys, and right before he went on King's Dream. So anywho, I had been listening to like all these people, right? And I already knew like John was he washed me on the freaking 40 Deep remix. Washed?
Deep, I'll say it. No, serious.
Boy said something. Bro said something like peeling the devil's cap back blue or something like that, and I was just all like, what is this kid on? What am I doing? Should I even be rapping? What is going on? So like, shout out John. He almost made me give up rapping before I started. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm playing, but like he made me kind of realize that I needed to like step up, because I was like, this kid, he at the time I think it was like 17. 17 or 18. I was just all like, this kid smoked me. I think I need to get better. And so, you know, at that point, I think I started concentrating more on the band stuff again, and like, just kind of going back a little bit. But then, like, I was watching all this stuff go down. So I was watching CHH kind of develop, Rapzilla come up, like No Big Deal came up, Aha came up, What Up RG came up, Wande was Wande back in the day and not Anike. Because I remember, because she ended up following me off of, like, after the Ruslan thing. So she heard all my old music. So she has been aware of my existence. She probably just doesn't remember that this cue is that cue. So like, it's just kind of funny how that stuff worked out, because I took some time to like back off and try to work on the craft, right? And when I came back, Critique Fridays was being hosted by OB at that point. Like, literally, because I was gonna send in, but after that Ruslan thing, I was all like, Michael's gonna tell me to do it. Like, I'm done. I'm wrapped up. Ruslan said that I'm horrible at singing. You can rap, but stop singing. You suck. I'm just kidding. But you know, it hurt me because I listened to like Dream Junkies and stuff. Like, I was like, you're my hero. And I told him, like, at last year's Holy Smoke, I was like, bruh, I didn't tell him the whole story, but I was all like, when you do your review show, man.
Hurt my heart. You hurt my heart.
But like, he probably doesn't even remember that crap though. But it was funny because it made me better. It made me want to be better. So I come back with my song Nine Tails to Critique Fridays, and it was OB, and because nobody had heard my type of voice in the genre yet, and What Up RG and all those guys with similar type voices like me, like, they weren't popular yet, they weren't popping, and I was presenting something like legitimately different in the scene. Like, they were flaming me. Oh my gosh, they were flaming me.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I thought you were about to say they was hyping you up.
One person was, I think it was Dawn. You remember Dawn?
Name sounds familiar.
She was always in the chat. She's always in the chat. In Critique Friday, she was the only one who was like, I think he's on to something or whatever. And, like, and OB was like sitting there listening to it. And he's all like, you know, man, I see what you're doing. So you guys don't understand because you're not from the scene, but I see what you're doing, bro. Like, this band, Coheed and Cambria, that's what this dude sounds like, but just rapping. Like, he's like, and he caught onto it like super, super early. He's like, but this isn't, I'm gonna give it a 5. And I was just all like, oh, it happened again. It happened again. First Ruslan, and then OB. Oh, it was like, dude. I was like, no. I had worked so hard because when I got separated, right, I was sitting in this very room and I wrote I've written pretty much every song that I've done from this point in this room, but I didn't have a setup. So I was using like my old Note 3 and somehow jury-rigging it with pillows and stuff to be able to record my vocals. But he called out everything like that sounded like that was wrong for that. And I was just all like, oh my gosh. And I still remember it to this day. And like, we're cool now, we're homies now, and like,
right.
and he's heard me progress and everything. But I hate, like, when I say hated, I was so mad.
That's
at like
hilarious.
the whole thing, bro. Track stars were the only ones that were like on my good side because. Because they heard, because they ran a song that I had that I don't even remember the name of, but it was like, I think it was called Day Ones, and they ran that mug and helped promote it. And I joined Nectar and stuff back then, and like they were really cool from jump. They were just encouraging. They were more like dads than anything else. But then you got with people that are like closer to your age or just a little bit older, and they're all like, "Nah, that sucks, homie." Oh no!
It's funny, man. I don't think you could be a legit CHH artist if you don't have an I Hate Rapzilla story. And it's funny because it's like we both got love for him now. We both work with him on several different projects, several different things. We both ended up becoming the freshmen for Rapzilla on the same class, which is a whole separate story that we're gonna have to talk about on a different episode. But it's just like it's so many people that have similar stories. As far as like submitting something, getting washed in the comments, getting washed in the critique, and it's just like sometimes you'll see those same people come back and get better, and sometimes they won't because the ego will kick in and be like, "Nah, I'm better than this." It'd be like, relax, take the hurt feelings out of it. And
you're not better.
Right. You can get better, but this is where you're at right now. You gotta, everybody gotta start from somewhere. And I
had such an attitude too. Because coming into it, one, I was dealing with my crap. Like Jesus had to change my heart almost completely.
Right.
But like, I was dealing with my crap, but also I came off of being in a well-known underground band that was on the rise.
Right.
So I think that did a lot of harm to my mindset coming into CHH because it wasn't accepted right away.
Right. That part.
They're all like, one, you're different. Two, you have a completely different aesthetic. You look like a punk rock kid, and you don't look like you don't look like a rapper.
Right.
And then two, even though you can possibly rap, it's not nice, and your production sucks, and this and that. So I'm like getting taken out. Like I'm just mad at everybody, right? So, when I was like, F you, you're cool, F you. And by the time I took that though, but I took that and it was with OB, I don't know what happened. It was just more or less like a fire that got put under my butt as opposed to like offense. And it had to be the Holy Spirit because like I could have taken that as offense and just laid the whole thing down and said, whatever, I'll just join another band. I know I'm accepted over there.
Right.
It's cool. But I think that was the Holy Spirit because like Jesus legitimately called me to the genre. So like I feel like every disappointment the enemy was really just trying to beat on me with it. So like so at that point I was like, oh, okay, all right. Obi thinks he has all the answers. Everybody's dope. Everybody loves John, but they don't love me. I'm just like,
Obi diss track incoming now.
Incoming.
Shout
Y'all
out
are
to
gonna
Obi, man.
run no big deal. Like I was just all like upset. I was in my feelings.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
like I said, I'm gonna do this. So I went and like recorded my song Catch 'Em, which happened to be the first song that I ever won any Critique Fridays with. And it had my dude K9 on it, who was a Rapzilla freshman at the time. And and I just came back and it did that. And I don't know whether or not that was good or bad for me, other than like it, because I was like, did it make me more like, or did I learn anything? Like, that's what I was like, did I learn anything from that win? Because then Cannon was all like, because Cannon was the one who like decided at the end of the day, like, who was a big influence on me as well. From like, I heard him first time I heard Cannon was on like an Andy Mineo record, but like he was just all like, dude's rapping and he is like catchy as and like, man, I'm gonna leave it up to the audience, but honestly, I would pick Q because it's different. We don't have that sound in CHH. And I was just all like, Hey, Canon cosign. So again, I don't know if that was
Right.
good for me.
I mean, it could be both. I mean, it could have inflated you, but then it also shown you that, hey, I can actually do this. I mean, so
Yeah,
it can be.
yeah.
I mean, it's always a positive. It's
It was always a positive, and I knew that I could do it. So it was very much so like, okay, let's get to it. Let's get to work. And because by that time I had no business putting out that first Inside Here EP, but I did because I had to get some stuff off my chest. And thank God I didn't put Ketchup on that, because it would have been the only really dope song on that EP.
Well, you've done a lot of work after that, just in CHH and even outside of it with the Marionette. I know you got a rehearsal to go to, so I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. I gotta have you back for a second episode because we got so much more to talk about. One, the whole Rapzilla freshman thing and how that came about, because that's a story we both have a lot to say about.
People said I got gypped 3 times. I went back to hating Rapzilla.
That's a story we gotta tell in part 2.
3 years in a row.
So you gotta tell that story in part 2, because there's so much that goes into that story that's so funny to me from both of us. And we gotta get into it on episode 2, or on part 2. But I know you about to go on tour. I know you about to. I know you just came off tour recently, like a couple months ago, with a Marionette. So I personally, who I'm not a huge rock fan, but love the stuff you're doing with a Marionette. Lights Out still plays on the regular for me. Really like this song. So
Appreciate it.
Is there anything else that you have coming up in your 2026, and anything that you want us to keep you lifted on, or anything else that you have coming up that you want the people to know about? Go ahead, give me your spiel.
Yeah, and I guess for people who don't know, I am in a band called Amarionette. It is part of the post-hardcore genre, but I kind of think about it as like modern hard rock, because we do a lot more singing than we do screaming. So like, so it just kind of works out. Like, black people love it.
I am black people. I am black people. I love
it. Black people love it. But yeah, no, just, you know, I mean, Amarionette has the album. Like, I'm wrapping up. I got like one more song to record fully, and then we're wrapping up the album, and then I'm still knee deep in finishing the Inside Here for me, for Q. Like, I'm finishing the Inside Here album, the final album. I'm knee deep in it. There's a bunch of finished tracks already, but there's a whole half of other tracks that aren't finished, and I want it to release at some point in the summer. So I need to start working on that after the Amarionette album is done. Because when I rejoined, it was like, that kind of took precedent because half of my album was already done. So I was just like, I can do an entire another album, I guess, for a whole nother genre. But yeah, we're going back on tour at the end of January until February 9th, I believe. And then I don't know what's after that. I would have to ask the booking agent. But for me, like, I'm just wrapping up the album, like I said, and then singles upon singles will be dropping. Yeah, I don't know, like.
So pretty much what you're saying is 2026 is going to be filled with more music from Q.
In general.
And a Marionette.
Just and a Marionette. We got tracks on tracks, man, from the album, and it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot of shows. I hope I get to play some CHH shows or events or wherever, because that's the one thing, like, I still haven't been able to do. I haven't been able to play consistently in the CHH market because people hate me. I'm just I don't think that. But like, a lot of the stuff that happens is over on your guys' side of the state, or not the state, the country. But like, so yeah, so I'm praying that God provides a way for that, because that would be really cool to, you know, link up with everybody. Like, I'll try to be a Holy Smoke this year. I don't really know if I will be able to because of the, you know, Amarionette's random touring schedule.
That part. Ooh,
So,
what if a Amarionette gets booked at the Holy Smoke? Well, that would be dope. But
it wouldn't. Well, seeing as Amarionette isn't a Christian band, like that would be weird.
Touche. But
it'd be a little weird, especially when the guitar player gets up there and like, "How the F you doing?" I would be like,
like, guys, let me do all the talking. Let me do all the talking.
all of Indie Tribe is up in the balcony, just like,
let me do all the talking. Don't say anything.
what are you saying? Start an effing pit right now.
But nah, man.
Nope. I wouldn't be mad. I don't think I deserve a spot on their festival. You know what I mean? So
no, I feel you.
I'm just happy to have them as friends. Like, some of them are actually like friends,
right?
Like Indie Tribe. So like, I'm just happy that I have like friendly acquaintances in the scene who are brothers who like to strive to do excellent things.
Nah, for sure.
Genre, so.
For sure. It's always good to be surrounded by genuine people, and you being a genuine person yourself. It's been great talking to you. Like I said, you gotta come back for part 2 when you come back from tour, so we can definitely chop it up some more about some more funny stories and experiences. But let me know in the comments below how you enjoyed Q's backstory, finding out behind the soul of Q. Qsif, I like to say in my own spare time. He probably doesn't know this, but I like to call him Qsif. Has no relation to do with anything about his name. I just like the way it sounds. But let me know in the comments below some more questions to ask Q when he comes back for part 2. And stay locked in, stay tuned in, stay tapped in. Free soul to the show free. Let's get it. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Behind the Soul. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tapped in and never forget, it's free soul to the soul free.